to it, or he could bear down. He could, show that grit, show that resilience, and show that fight that he has. And that's the path back out of the University of Arizona. This year, he led all rookie wide receivers in catches.
You got to keep two hands on that ball. Putting it on the ground and turn the ball over on either side could be the difference of who wins.
And the run fits for him, particularly against a team like Carolina, who ran the ball at will versus this Rams team in the first matchup.
Yeah, Michael, I'm so proud to go.
And despite a couple touchdowns from Davante Adams, they are ready to roar. They have been, and now they are officially. Rams won the toss, deferred to the second half. Bryce Young's going to be out there right away. And that roar.
This is a moment that's been a long time coming. Cam hasn't been back for years, and a lot of conversations about his relationship.
All right, so we got Cam Newton here. We got Mike Pereira here. You know it's a big game. You know it's playoff time. We got Mike with us. Hello, Mike.
Coaches, two of them will rotate the kicking balls back and forth. Make sure you don't screw that up. And if you see the guys in the white striped pants that go.
Now, weather figured to be a factor today. There were chances of storms. Still a chance we'll get that, although it's dry at this point. Wind could play a factor. Gus Favorites looking to move on. Off we go from Charlotte. Go. It's a short kick. And it's returned to the 20.
Hang in there with this Rams defense.
This offense ranks just 27th in the NFL, but scored a season-high 31 against L.A. in that win. Rico Dowdle just in time, and he's in there at right guard.
Yeah, the Panthers are hoping that he's the missing piece up front. This run game that
today, and they hope that their early season defense is too.
Yeah, they're out here today.
And this is where they're so tough on third down and long. Young gets rid of it to Leggett, regains his footing, breaks one tackle. And stop.
None of these are even decisions for Dave Canales. You have to operate as this home underdog.
Fourth. First matchup they did. Went 3 for 3 with a pair of touchdowns on fourth down. Young's in trouble. On the move. Throws, and it's broken up. The two long touchdowns. 27 out of 40 on third down this season. And you're touching on it. This is one of the ways to even the playing field.
Up and down the field at will.
Stafford on the first play has Puka Nacua coming loose, and of course he does.
His willingness as a blocker at the point of attack.
That's what he's in there to do right here, is to hand it off, and Kyron Williams zips his way inside the 25. Not only does he get back for week 1, play action. They do this more than anybody. It's Nacua with his second catch. And a first down for the Rams as Nacua.
Talked about all the adversity he went through back in training camp and the uncertainty about whether or not he was even going to be behind center, let alone
May. Going to be Stafford or May. Head-to-head for MVP. Going end zone. Puka Nacua, and just like that, Los Angeles is on the...
One of the best offensive minds in football. He understands that there's going to be a lot of eyeballs on Puka Nacua. So the idea of being able to...
Rams get the short field. Drive starts at the 45-yard line, and 40 of the yards are covered by 3 catches.
I'm not sure that.
Good. Smith back to his own 10. That thing kept on carrying, and what a play right there.
Just a great play by Simmons. I mean, just there immediately, good leverage tackle and bounce, but it's Carolina defense. They need to come up.
From inside their own 10, the Rams go to work, and it's Blake Corum. Much bigger role here in year 2, more than 700 yards. And they got the deep tight end group. They got the running back duo, top receiving duo of Nacua and Adams, and the mastermind head coach.
Yeah, I mean, it's offense in football.
2nd and 6. Stafford finds Nacua. It's been all Puka Nacua so far. Already his turns.
We've talked a lot about Puka Nacua, Davante Adams coming back. And
we're going to talk about that as this day goes on. Trend-setting Rams. Corum waits for something to develop. Not much there, but he powers his wide receiver on record.
Yeah, and again, I think he's the best offensive football player if you take the quarterbacks out in the league. And these highlights, we're not even halfway through the first quarter.
2nd and 4. Corum again. Stop the yard shy. It's number 1 in NFL history, 95 yards per game.
And at a high level, you just talk about how well. So on the season, Sean McVay has really made a pretty conceit.
It's crazy. We're only 10 minutes into the game, but it feels like they were desperate to get that stop.
They needed that.
And this punt is not a good one off of the foot of Ethan Evans. Catalyst. Taking this one in is Panthers with a first down and 10, and Young has no chance. He's buried by Puna 4.
On first down, and Robert Hunt, the right guard, we mentioned, he's new, hasn't played since week 2. He just ran with
the Cardinals last week. Young from his own goal. It is, he lets it go. Tommy Tremble, the tight end, gets back the yards. Lost never from Atlanta, where he was a part-time starter. Within months, he was voted a team captain. He's their leading tackler.
Bates, they're on the sideline.
Here's Coker for a first down. They go from 2nd and 19 to get in a first down.
Important. His return was from injury, but Jalen Coker, he's really taken that number 2 wide receiver role away from him.
Dowdle's back in. He takes the fake. Young on the move, looking downfield. He will toss it out of bounds as he's hit by.
Signed Devontae Adams when he becomes available. They spend the 2nd highest cap allocation on offense, but where the real mad now, year after year.
Handoff Etienne. Trevor Etienne spilled it for 35. 2 years ago, Aaron Donald retired as an outsider for the Rams. It's Akello Witherspoon. And then to your point about the draft, they have 12 guys in the rotation.
The Braden Fisk, I mean, you can go on and on. So when you hit on draft picks and you get really solid core veteran players.
This year's been streaky. There have been more flashes of the guy they thought they were getting.
And he's really improved in a lot of areas. And I still think extended plays, we saw that in that Week 13 game. So certainly a lot of improvement, by no means a finished product.
Try to get here against a 4-man rush. Verse is coming. Young gets rid of it to Tremble, and they've got another 3rd down conversion. Tommy Tremble.
And one of the things that Bryce just a little bit longer, give himself time to find a target.
Quick throw to McMillan. First down inside the 45. The lone rookie with more.
McMillan and Bryce Young. The other 9 guys are all operating like it's going to be a handoff. We see Stafford do that so much down near the red.
For the first time, first down at the 45. Looks to throw. First read taken away. Rips it over the middle, and it's picked off. Kobe Durant, the interception.
He feels Quentin Lake coming down, so.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Carolina, number 84. The 15-yard penalty for.
Thinks he's going to throttle, so young quarterback, young wide receiver. Take a look.
They're down 1-0 today. The man late getting on the field there. And they hand it off to Kyron Williams, taking advantage of the Panthers. 2nd and 2. Back to the air with Stafford. One-handed catch by Colby Parkinson, and there's the first look at a Rams tight end. And a
group of tight ends in the league that is asked to do all the different things because of the quantity of plays with multiple
passes. Would you have caught this year for the Rams?
300
plus or minus.
-2. Okay, so 298.
Handoff, Kyron Williams makes a cut, darts ahead inside the 20 with a gain of 6. Season, he's 5-0 when he leads after a quarter. Looking for his 2nd ring. Offensive mastermind. On 2nd and 4, it's Williams again. And he's stopped by Bobby Brown.
They storm. These teams did not have a lot of rules defensively for these fast motions and these condensed formations, and they gave me to evolve this offense is one of his strengths.
Nakua's got it for a first down, beating Christian Roseboom.
Wins in the Rams was that 2018 season. And that's really what they've been trying to recapture all these years. Super Bowl.
First down and goal. Back to the ground. Here's Kyron Williams. Lowers the shoulder, runs to the 5.
With Jared Goff. But there's a lot more bigger bodies. They've really leaned into this 13 personnel and candidate quarterback.
Look out for Devontae Adams down here. They give it to Puka Nacua, though, and Nacua breaks tackles and gets his 2nd touchdown. Puka,
the coordinator of the Carolina Panthers, Adro Avero, he said, we have to turn this into a kicking contest. We have to force red zone field.
Adams deployed off to the right. You know, the Panthers are thinking the same thing. They're going to be hungry to get him involved down there. They go the other way to Nacua, who's got a
receiver-type offense. They're just doing it with a bunch of big bodies.
First play of the drive is a Chuba Hubbard run for 3.
They play virtually the entire game from the lead. They're one of the best teams in the league at starting fast. And listen, so far it hasn't played out.
Young under pressure again. It's Puna Ford coming after him. He gets loose, throws on the run. Jalen Coker snags it.
His addition today, but again, he hasn't played since week 2. So I was very concerned coming into this game. You can only simulate so many times late in the season.
Jared Verse is not the trainer. looking along here, letting it fly. There's McMillan, put it right on
the numbers. Get away from all those guys in the inside. That's where all those high draft picks and Pro Bowlers and all pros, that's where they live. But
from the 33, play action, given time, steps up over the middle. It's McMillan again to the 11.
Clear front runner necessarily for the offensive rookie of the year, but McMillan started fast.
Get a first down here without scoring a touchdown, just outside of the 10. They hand it off to Chuba Hubbard, breaks a tackle and gets to the 4.
Chuba swing back and forth. I mean, it wasn't too long ago. You look back in the first half of the season, Rico Dowdle had
spot where the Panthers have to have it. Looking to throw for it. Young lofts it back of the end zone and incomplete. Bryson Tremaine is defended by
the injury.
All right, and so this offensive line that's dealt with injuries really all year. Dealing with it again. It's a pass. Young dances, throws, back of the end zone, flag flies.
Pass interference, defense number 14.
He can't believe it, but he's got to make an attempt to play the ball, get his head around, and Bryce Young loves it.
Last week. Here comes Hubbard, straight into the end zone for the Panther touchdown.
Damian Lewis, the left guard, he was the other half of that big free agent spending to solidify the interior of this offensive line. Robert Hunt
marches him down the field. The extra point from Ryan Fitzgerald makes it a 14-7 game. First playoff game for the Panthers period since 2017. Looking for their first playoff win. It's back with Xavier Smith. 4 seed again. Forecast. That rain to drop.
Yeah, fun trivia question. What's the only play in NFL football you're going to have 12 guys on the field?
Legal will take home the game's most prestigious awards. John Hamm is going to host. Don't miss NFL Honors on NBC and NFL Network. And you start the drive with a run, and Blake Corum gets 5. You're talking about the evolution of the offense. Along for the evolution of the offense, because him as a quarterback, he's had to be different things.
Absolutely. He said, I thought it was really...
False start. Offense number 17.
So Patriots, and after studying Drake May, I came away and said, no, impressive.
Flag again. Devontae Adams has it, and he's tackled right away by J.C. Horn. Flags flying all over the place, though, as Horn brings down...
Offensive offsides, number 18. The 5-yard 19. The 5-yard penalty for the second half.
That's second. Number 18 on the Rams, the young rookie tight end. He's inactive today. Matthew Stafford to check the ball down.
Corum stopped at the line of scrimmage. Turk Wharton, who missed the last. Help is what you have to do well against LA. They stop big plays. They're the best in years.
Again, who's on the field and how you're going to match them. And then you have to match this explosive passing game, because if you don't make them go the long way and...
Hey guys, get Little Caesars pizza
over the next month. On 2nd and 9, Matt Stafford looks to throw. Puka Nacua driven down by Trayvon Merritt.
Of Matthew Stafford in the pocket looks very different than the experience of Bryce Young. Bryce Young's under constant pressure. And
on 3rd and 3. Sideline, Adams climbs the ladder, but he's out of bounds. Defended by... And the field goal team's going to come out here, Greg.
Yeah, again, I think there's 2 different approaches.
Regular season. From 46. Right down the middle for the thicker kicker out of Missouri. Against Arizona. Ethan Evans sent line drive kick taken by Etienne. Trevor Etienne gets planted shy of the...
Tell you what, though, I'm really impressed with Bryce Young. He's taking some big shots going up.
On 1st and 10, they started off with a Rico Dowdle run, and he spins across the 30 with a gain of 8.
Between these drives.
We try so hard to get Bryce Young to say something, come on, but he is down the middle. 2nd and 2. Back-to-back runs. Dowdle hit at the line. It's Josiah Stewart and Ty Ham.
Really good, but the starters. We talk about Jared Verse and Byron Young, and it's amazing through these drafts, they've just left.
3rd down and 2. Young back to throw. He's got Hubbard swinging out of the backfield. And oh no, he had room to run.
Bryce just kind of bays it a little bit. You can tell he just knows how open he is. He just doesn't put a whole lot on it.
Got 8 yards on 1st down and wind up having to punt. It's a line drive from Martin. Xavier Smith will go back on offense. Young said it was that. Manning exactly 10 years ago today. Stafford's 8 out of 9. Continuing the MVP from the 12. Nakua motions in the block. And a run for Kyron Williams goes for 3.
Came on to the show. The biggest reasons they pulled that one out is Matthew Stafford only had week 13 games. So far, the blueprint hasn't matched.
Again, Stafford's got all kinds of time. Throws it out of bounds over to Nakua's head. Coverage from deep.
Now turn this thing into a kicking contest. That's field goals in the red zone and see who's got a better punter.
Timeout. 2nd taken by the Rams. Start this NFL playoff run. I know that this is excited as I've been about the playoffs in a long time, just because you have no idea who it's going to be.
Philadelphia, teams that have been there, championship pedigree. I agree, man. I think this is as exciting the next couple weeks as the NFL's had. Davante Adams into this game.
Corner blitz off him. It's picked up. There he is, Davante Adams, but it's in front of him and incomplete.
A little double move, and again, let's remember, Davante Adams, this is his first game, and can't help
coming after this. Almost got it. No, and he lost the ball. The Rams are on top of it. Well, they won as it's in.
Misjudges, you have to wonder, up in that swirling wind, you just misjudge it. You see him, he tried to go backwards and ground. Maintain possessions, more important than anything else.
They've turned it over on downs. Rams get it. Fresh possession at the 41 in Panthers territory.
And remember, the Rams are going to get the break.
Corum. Surge from that right side of the line. Gets him 6 before Carolina.
We have got to force a kick. 20-7 after everything that's gone wrong for the Panthers. Almost feels like a little bit of a win going into that.
They choose. They will snap it and give it to Corum again. And Corum skates his way through for a 1st down. 2nd-year man.
Just too thrilled about that potential matchup. Stafford back to Kyron Williams. Has some room. There's a flag. Williams with the 1st down, but
Steve Avila.
Illegal block in the back. Offense, number 73. The 10-yard penalty. Replay
From the Raiders this past offseason and just punches him in the back and comes up first. Incredible improvement.
Try to get a little bit back with a draw. Williams across the 30. Got 2nd and 13 here with 1:46. Timeout taken by Carolina. They're first. He's 0 for his last 3. Keep it on the ground with Williams. Tripped up at the line of scrimmage and got just 1. And it was actually Blake Corum. Another timeout taken. 3rd down and 12.
Short of the sticks. If it gets to a 4th down, could be a go.
Stafford finds Higbee, tackled shy of the 1st down mark.
As the league really started trending towards optimizing 4th down and maintaining possession and really understanding the advantage you could gain. Only the Bills and the Panthers go for 4th down more than the Rams.
Nakua motions out. Blitz is coming. Stafford looking to run for the 1st down. Instead lets it go and it's broken up. And it's Stafford, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, Trayvon Merrick, we talked about what a signing he was. He put the original pressure on Stafford, but
almost a decade, might be short-lived, but now a chance to get to within a score with 1:30. Rico Dowdle's thrown down by the reigning Rookie of the Year, Jared Verb.
Matthew Stafford back on the field.
Snap it with 1:05. Young loads up, going deep, wants Coker. Flags fly. The coverage from Clinton.
He's had some coverage struggles. He's given up few receptions. It seems like the Panthers are really targeting him in coverage. We talked about it with Davante Adams and Robert Hunt and now Quentin Lake. You're so excited to get these really good plays.
47-yard line, 1st and 10. Young, lofting, Coker, perfect toss. Jalen Coker inside the 20.
Jalen Coker, little contact off the line with Teteroa and McMillan on the release, but again, I just, so
emerged the way he has, the undrafted one. On second down, pressure coming, throws it behind Dowdle before the rush got home.
There on second down. Dave Connector on defense to try to preserve time.
Both teams trying to break through still. Young steps up. He's got room. Bryce Young tucks it. Runs. Bryce Young touchdown.
13. Up until this point of Bryce Young's career, you can make an argument it was his best performance.
Fitzgerald. How in the heck is this a three-point game?
Bryce Young, and then just one-on-one in space with Nate Landman. And tell you what, it's